Hi, this is the Sports Betting Whale. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to reveal to you the same exact method that helped me make millions of dollars, all from betting on sports. You need no special training, no technical knowledge, no betting experience. In fact, you don't even need to know a darn thing about sports. It doesn't matter if you can't even tell the difference between a baseball and a basketball. All you need is just a few minutes of your time to check your email each day, throw your wagers out there, then kick back, relax, and watch as the results start pouring in. And you can get started as early as today. I don't care if you start with $100 or thousands of dollars. My goal is to help you turn whatever spare cash you have in your hands into thousands, hundreds of thousands, and perhaps millions. It's exactly what I did for myself. Back in the 90s, when I was allowed to accelerate to max limits, I took this approach to bet on sports and won millions of dollars. Take a look here on the screen. See for yourself proof of just one of my betting tickets that paid out $154,000. And here's another one where I cashed out well over $500,000 in one single betting ticket. In one of my most famous winning streaks, I took $500 and turned it into $630,000 within hours. Here's a newspaper article from the respected Las Vegas Review-Journal that documented the tail end of my run. I then take the $630,000 and I turned it into millions of dollars days later. The whole story is documented in my book, The Autobiography of the Sports Betting Whale. After crushing Las Vegas sportsbooks in the 1990s, becoming the largest sports bettor in Nevada and one of the winningest of all time, I turned my attention to online betting in the 2000s. I started at Pinnacle with $50,000 and I turned that into $4 million in 4 days. How's that for a return on investment? So if your goal is to become a millionaire from betting on sports, then I'm your man. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. I'm a legendary sports bettor whose reputation is entrenched among the highest echelons of winners in Nevada history. What you've seen so far are just some of the highlights of my biggest wins. Obviously, I don't win like that every single day. It's entirely possible for me to have bad days where I lose. The whole goal in sports betting is to win more than you lose and to come out ahead at the end. Overall, in the last 30 years, I've profited tens of millions of dollars from betting on sports, even with the betting limits the sportsbooks have placed on me on my sports wagers. I'm one of the most successful sports bettors in history, and now I'm here to finally pull back the curtains to help you share in my success. Unlike the typical touts who can only tell you how much they can hypothetically or theoretically win, I'm someone who's actually won real money and a lot of money from betting on sports. Over my years, I've won tens of millions of dollars from doing exactly this. And now my next great mission is to help others like you to share in my success by following along on the same plays that I'm taking myself for big money every single day. The best part is, you can put my system to work for you in as little as just minutes a day. In fact, I don't even consider it work. It's more like relaxing and checking up on the results with my simple method and letting me do all the heavy lifting for you. Remember, I'm doing all the hard work to figure out these selections myself. You'll get my picks directly to your email so you can follow along. Then you can spend the rest of your day doing whatever you want that brings you the most joy in your life. Kicking back at the beach, popping your favorite bottle of champagne, playing a few rounds of golf, or plopping under the sheets and enjoying a nice long sleep while my betting system is working for you around the clock. My entire system is designed to help you secure the financial independence you've always wanted, while giving you more time to enjoy life and do the things that really bring you the most happiness. It's simple yet ruthlessly efficient and amazingly powerful. I've used the same approach to make me tens of millions of dollars in betting over the years. Thousands of people have already used my approach to help them gain the unfair edge. Now it's your turn to dip your hand into the jar and stake your own claim to your deserved piece of the pie. So how exactly was I able to make tens of millions of dollars from betting on sports? It's simple. I used a round-robin betting strategy that rode the hot streaks to turn relatively small amounts of replenishable money into unfathomable gains. The key to this betting strategy requires bettors to be patient and to ride out the waves when the hot streaks come. This is exactly how I've made a large part of my betting fortunes over the years. The problem is this betting approach isn't for everyone, especially for the faint-hearted. You're expected to carefully manage your bankroll until the streak patterns kick in. This means it's possible for strings of losses to happen before catching a big streak. While this betting strategy was responsible in a big way to help me reel in tens of millions of dollars in winnings, it's not a method that everybody can use. It might not be the method that you want to use. But what if there's another strategy, a betting method so powerful yet easy enough that any average person can use and make out like bandits? So if you don't have the emotional capacity to handle the crazy up and down swings of my traditional approach until the big streaks hit, I get it. You need something that can pull in winners consistently. No one likes to lose. I don't. If we could, we'd want to win all the time. Is that you, or are you someone who prefer to win most of the time instead of waiting for the big waves? Or are you someone that would like to do both? Is there a betting system where you can make simple straight bets and expect to win almost all the time? Look, while there's no betting system that wins 100% of the time for eternity, there are systems that come pretty close. Keep in mind, though, that when it comes to betting, you cannot be absolutely 100% certain of any future outcome. As always, all sports betting requires the understanding that there's a risk of loss. Some betting systems, though, have come pretty close to winning all the time or have won for substantial periods of time using a very well thought out chase strategy on a series of 3 or 4 correlating bets. Today I want to announce to you my latest offering designed for the bettor who wants to win most of the time. This is a series betting approach similar to the exterminator betting system ABC betting strategy, where each loss equates to a 3-game series loss. These are the teams that I've determined have an exceptionally high probability to win at least one game in the series. Historically, these teams are so motivated to win against their opponent that if they do lose the first game, then their enthusiasm to win the second game really intensifies. And if for any reason they lose the second game, their energy level skyrockets for the final game of the series, and the opponent generally loses their energy. Now here's how it works. You bet your base unit on bet A. If the A bet loses, then the next bet evolves to a bet B, where you double up to recoup your losses and still make the profit on the original bet. If the bet B loses, then you go and evolve to a C bet, where you double up again, recoup your losses, and still make a profit on the final C bet. In some rare circumstances, C bets might evolve into a D bet in 4-game series. A betting series is considered over as soon as you win a bet in that series. A series loss might need about a dozen wins to recoup that loss, but it's quite rare to see losses happening within a series when you're picking the right teams that are not likely to lose that many in a row. All of my betting series will involve one team playing against another team in a 3 or 4 game betting series. It's as easy as ABC. If you know your alphabet, then you can put this powerful system to work for you. I call my brand new invention the Whales Evolution Betting System. The first thing people often tell me when they start using the Evolution system is just how fast and how consistent it is at making money. I first started going public with the system, and in just days I smashed the books with a perfect 6-0 start and fattened my wallet with more than $17,000 in winnings. You can see all of my Evolution betting tickets here on the screen for proof. Imagine what could happen to your bank account and financial life had you been mirroring my action on these Evolution runs. Imagine how much nicer life would be to wake up in the morning and realize that thousands of dollars in new winning profits have just flown straight into your bank account overnight while you sleep like a baby as sports games are being played. It's as if Santa has come to life, plopping down your chimney and hand over a big fat bag of cash each morning every time an Evolution series hits. The truth is, the Evolution system has the potential to create life-changing fortunes for you as it has for me. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to personally hand you a free invitation to join me and see for yourself what the Evolution system can do for you. The key here is to actually see it all happen with your own eyes. There's nothing more powerful than to see and experience something actually working for yourself. My goal for you with the Evolution system is to help you create a whole new stream of profits that can make life more rewarding for you than ever before. Now let me demonstrate to you exactly how my Evolution system works and give you a real-life example of it in play so you can see it for yourself. On May 14, 2018, I identified a high winning probability on the Houston Astros to win at least one game in their series against the LA Angels. Starting with the first A bet, I took out $5,000 of my own money and wagered on the Astros to win the first game. It was a bad beat. The Astros had many opportunities to seal the game, but ended up falling apart and lost by 1 run in the 9th inning. But no sweat. That's the beauty of the Evolution betting approach. You don't need to win right away. You don't need to win every single game. All it takes is for you to win one single time in a betting series, and you win. You're up in profits. So on the next day, I wasted no time in firing the cannon. I placed several straight wagers on the B bet on the Astros to win the game at a couple of different sports books, as you can see here on the screen. Overall, I doubled up on action and wagered a total of $21,800 on the Astros to beat the Angels. As it turned out, the Astros ended up winning 5-3, and we never looked back. I won a total of $10,125, so taking into account I lost money on the A game, I won $10,125 on the B game, so now I profited the balance. That's how the ABC Evolution system works. If the A bet doesn't win, you bet on the B bet. If the B bet doesn't win, you bet on the C bet. So now you might be wondering, what is it about the progressive money management approach of the Evolution system that makes it so powerful? Why is doubling after a loss such an effective betting strategy? In fact, this betting approach also goes by another name, chase betting. So what is a chase betting system? Essentially, a chase strategy involves chasing after a win in this betting method. You'll be doubling up on the next bet if there's an initial loss to recoup the previous loss plus make a profit. Process continues for a limited number of times in a series until the win is realized. This betting strategy is also called a martingale system. This is a betting strategy widely used by bettors who hate losing. For that, doubling up after each loss allows them to gain a profit as long as they can win just one time in the series. But the million-dollar question obviously is, does this betting strategy really work? Chase betting can be amazingly effective, but the problem is that most people aren't doing it right. The wrong way to chase is by making wagers on games where outcomes are independent of one another, which is true in a casino as well. If you use a martingale system and go play roulette or blackjack or baccarat or anything else, it's not going to work. So today, let's say you like the Yankees in baseball and the Celtics in basketball tomorrow. You place on the Yankees today and they end up losing. Would it be wise then to double up on the Celtics tomorrow? The answer is no. What you've just heard is a classic example of the wrong way to chase. Here's why. It's foolish to double up when the games have independent results to one another. The Celtics' performance in tomorrow's game has nothing to do with how the Yankees performed today. Therefore, to alter your bet sizes based on games where outcomes are completely independent is the wrong way to use a chase strategy. You'll increase your odds of winning in the short term, but in the long run, you're not gaining any additional edge. And whenever the bad streak hits, you're wiped out. There are only two valid reasons to increase your bet size when betting on sports. You have higher confidence level than the next bet was a higher winning probability than your previous bet. Or you have a larger bankroll than you previously did, thus affording you a higher level of risk tolerance. So what's the right way to bet on a chase system on sports? In sports betting, progressive staking sizes and bankroll management, otherwise known as chasing, can increase your expected win value only in cases where the outcomes in a sequence of the games are correlated. So for instance, when a sports team loses one or two consecutive games under specific situations, there is an observed correlating effect on the outcome of their next immediate game at a statistically significant level. Therefore, a limited chase betting strategy applied under certain conditions can be immensely profitable. The key here is that you need to use the chase strategy only on games where outcomes are likely to have observed correlating effects. For example, whether the Yankees win or lose today will have no bearing on how the Celtics perform tomorrow. Therefore, using a chase strategy in this condition where games have no correlating results would be principally flawed. However, if the Yankees lose today, that will have a statistically significant effect on their motivation level to come back and win the next day against the same opponent. That's where a chase strategy applied in the right conditions can be immensely effective for the smart bettor. So chase betting strategies do work, but they have to be applied in the right conditions where the sequence of games may have correlating results. This is the same betting method that I've used to consistently reel in strings of at least quadruple-digit winners. Now let me help you share into my approach. All you have to do is sit back and fire the cannon when opportunity hits, then relax and watch as the evolution system does its magic right in front of your eyes. I do all the hard work to determine what could be the biggest opportunities for you to fire the cannon and when to fire the cannon. All you have to do is simply pull the trigger when I say so and watch the results come pouring in. I can assure you I'm extremely careful on the series I pick. There's many times I look at a series and I say, that's a 95% chance it's going to win. Well, that's not good enough under this system for me. I'm looking at 98%, 49 out of 50. Has to be 49 out of 50. If it's 46 out of 50, 47, 48 out of 50, I'm not doing it because I want to win on the A and B bets 90% of the time. If it goes to C bet, we win that 80%, so you end up at 98%. That's the goal. Now the examples you're seeing here are only a few out of dozens of winning opportunities I've identified each month. Naturally, I can't 100% guarantee winners like every single time. No one can. In fact, when you're betting on sports, you have to be prepared that you're going to lose at times. It happens. It's the nature of anything when you take risks. But my winning track record can speak for itself. Here's one of my winning streaks where I took $7,340 and turned it into $134,280 in just 4 days from betting on sports. On April 21st, I took 7,340 and turned it into 23,300 for a profit of 16,000. The next day, on April 22nd, I pocketed 3,337, then used the remaining 20 to bet. I turned that into $45,000 for a profit of 25,000. Next day, I pocketed $12,300, then used the remaining 33,000 to bet. I turned that into $88,890 for $55,890 profit. The very next day, I pocketed $61,000. See how you're pocketing as you go? So even if any of these days we lost, we still have pocketed a lot of money. Day 1, I pocketed $3,300. Day 2, I pocketed $12,000. Day 3, I pocketed $61,000. And then used the remaining $27,000 to bet on day 4, and I won $29,729 on that day. So you literally witnessed me turn 7,340 into 134,280 while pocketing a huge amount of the money along the way. I pocketed 3,000, 12,000, and 61,000 in 3 consecutive days, and then ended up with $134,000 in profits during that time. In just 4 short days, from April 21st to April 24th, I took 7,340 and ran it up to 134,280.36. How much wealthier and happier do you think you could be right now had you tailed me during one of my big runs? How much less stress would you have in your life? How much more fun would it be to have all that extra money to be able to do what you want with? So join hands with me today, and I'm going to pull out all of the stops to ensure your highest opportunities for winning gains right out of the gate. I want you to experience firsthand everything I've shown you today. I want to prove to you the real-life potential of enormous and consistent gains using this evolution system, even if you're just starting out fresh. I'm going to focus on your immediate upside, delivering into your palms all of my highest winning probability evolution picks that I've determined to have the greatest potential for winning profits. It's important to start out hot because the immediate upside is the key to give you the potential for compounding your wealth. Want a real-life example? Here's an article published in the respected Las Vegas Review-Journal documenting the tail end of my winning run, where I started with $500 and went off on a winning streak to turn it into $630,000 just hours later. This is documented in my book, The Autobiography of a Sports Betting Whale. In the coming days after that, I took that $630 and turned it into millions. So I ended up turning $500 into millions of dollars inside of a week. Now, there's no doubt that extended winning streaks like this, where you profit hundreds of thousands to millions off $500, are very rare. But wouldn't you be happy to make just even 5 or 10 times your starting amount, then roll that from there? That's the power of starting off hot, then parlaying your success towards compounding wealth that can multiply your fortunes. The evolution system is one of my single most devastating weapons in the arsenal to help you start off consistently hot by delivering the highest probability consistent winners right out of the gate. And from there on, the sky's the limit. You could start making your wagers with unshakable winning confidence. That's because my evolution system is designed to help you finally swing the winning edge into your hands. Again, my goal is to pick winning series where I see the odds of us winning at 98% or better, 49 times out of 50. I'm being very selective and very careful. You have control over how much you want to risk, and more importantly, you have control over the fortunes that you want to win. It's all laid out step by step for you in my simple yet effective evolution system designed to give you the best possible shot at stringing together consistent streaks of nonstop winners. When I designed this evolution system, I wanted to create a powerful formula that's easy to understand and one that you can put to use immediately to help you create a brand new system of winning profits as early as tonight. I think I've delivered that handsomely in the evolution betting system. In fact, it's not just a betting system. This is your blueprint towards prosperity, financial independence, and success. This is the same methodology I personally use week in and week out to help me reel in consistent gains. And when you lock in your access to the evolution betting system today, I'm also going to include for you a completely free bonus, the Whales Evolution Cheat Sheet. This crafty cheat sheet will map out for you all the days of the week where I'll likely identify the biggest opportunities to start a new winning evolution series. All you have to do is mark your calendar, then fire away. Will come. The evolution cheat sheet will detail all the upcoming possibilities to amass new gains. Plus, I'm also going to give you a 100% free trial to 1 week of my premium round robin picks. This is the same exact system that I personally use to take small replenishable amounts and skyrocketed my fortunes to become one of the biggest and winningest sports bettors of all time. This round robin system turned me into being famous in the 1990s at sportsbooks, allowing me to take them to the cleaners, winning tens of millions of dollars in profits over the years. When you secure your access to my Evolution system of picks today, you'll receive a 100% free 1 week trial to my premium round robin picks, so you can see for yourself what kind of groundbreaking results I can deliver to you on top of the Evolution series. And just in case, for any reason you're still skeptical, don't worry. I really got you covered. In fact, I'm going to offer to take the risk out of the purchase completely out of your hands and put it in mine with a 60-day whale of a guarantee 100% protection. Here's how my whale of a guarantee works. This sale is not considered final until 60 days later to fully give you the opportunity to test drive my Evolution picks and see for yourself the red hot results. If for any reason, literally any reason, you're not completely blown away with the winning results of my picks, then I urge you to contact me at any time within 60 days and I will quickly and happily give you a 100% full refund of your purchase price. So there's no excuse left. My Evolution system is a proven, dependable, and repeatable formula that can string together streaks of consistent winners over and over. Once you let it loose, it acts as a ruthless machine that can jumpstart your own Operation Cash Grab while you're kicking back in your slippers as sports games are being played, perhaps even while you sleep. And once you crank this beast up to its limits, the Evolution system has the potential to finally let you live out your wildest dreams. But to win, you must start. Isn't that true of everything? Everything starts with the first step. Today I'm giving you the opportunity to do that first step and to secure the Evolution system in your own hands so that you can put it to work for you and see for yourself how powerful it is. So as far as I can tell, there's only one missing piece of the puzzle left. That's you. All I need now is for you to take this first step, which can be one of the best steps you've taken towards a winning streak of your life. I've already shown you the proof of how it works. It's very simple. I'm very careful on who I take. Obviously, if you just randomly took teams, this isn't going to work. You have to be very scientific and really understand the trends, understand the teams, the dynamics between them, the recent plays, who's pitching, home away, all the weather conditions, everything under the sun. You have to take everything into account to try to find the one team that's got a 98% better chance of winning. And also, for all of our sakes, I'm looking for teams that are likely to win in the A or B bets. I don't want us to keep sweating out C bets. Occasionally it's going to happen, but I'd prefer A and B bets and be done. So all it needs now is for you to step in and take this Evolution opportunity by the reins. Let me identify for you the strongest opportunities possible to fire the cannon and reap the rewards. Now, you'll have access to all the tools you need to start changing your life and charging forward today and beginning what could be one of your biggest, greatest, longest winning streaks ever. So just click on the order button below and let's win together. I really can't wait to hear your success story. Thank you. Hi, it's the Whale here again. I thought you might have some questions about my program, so here I am. Let me address the 3 most common questions that I frequently get asked. Question 1. How much money can I make with your program? The truth is, the sky's the limit. Sure was with me. But remember, sports can be unpredictable. No one 100% read the exact future when it comes to betting. Know that when betting on sports, you also have to be prepared for the possibility of loss. It does happen. I've actually so many losing days I can't even remember. But the winning days exceed the losing days over time. Let me stress, a bit of extra cash on the side is probably your most realistic goal in the beginning if you don't have a large bankroll to start with. Then as you scale, you can ramp up your action and roll it up from there. I love working off house money. When I get hot, you'll see just how quickly your bankroll can erupt into a huge amount comparatively to what you started with in a really short period of time. Question number 2. Are you for real? I get that a lot, and I don't blame you. I'm in the shadows as I talk to you, so instinctively, You might question whether I really am who I say I am. I get it. Here's your answer to set the record straight. Yes, I am real. I'm not some actor inside a studio. I'm the one that's betting. I'm the one that's literally won tens of millions of dollars from betting on sports. And I have proof of some of my betting tickets to back it up. Take a look here on the screen to see for yourself some of my betting tickets that have netted me hundreds of thousands of dollars off one ticket. And here's an actual article from the respected Las Vegas Review-Journal documenting the tail end of one of my historic winning streaks where I started out with 500 in cash and turned it into 630,000 within hours. I'd later go on to turn that into millions of dollars within a week. The whole story is fully documented in my book, The Autobiography of the Sports Betting Whale. Question number 3. I've bought picks before from other sports handicappers, and I lost money. How are you any different? Here are the reasons how I'm different than anyone else you may have dealt with before. Reason 1. You've seen proof of my past success. Don't base your decision to buy picks from whoever that can scream the loudest or pound the table the hardest. Base your decision on what matters most. Who has the most impressive winning track record? I've won over $30 million from betting on sports, making me one of the most profitable sports bettors ever. You've seen actual proof of my past successes in some of my winning tickets that have been paid out over $500,000. Think about this too. I started these huge winning streaks, million-dollar winning streaks, off small amounts of money. So if you're sitting here thinking, well, you probably started with hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, and so it's easier to win big money when you have big money. I started out with hundreds of dollars and ended up with millions. You can too. I'll show you how. I've done it before. I'll continue to do it. Reason 2, you've seen proof of my recent success. My success isn't just limited to the past. Recently, you've seen it for yourself where I won over $150,000 from betting on sports. Every single pick, ticket, and result is fully documented for you at the Whale Tracker. Back in the 90s, when I was allowed to bet $20,000 per parlay versus typically now $1,000, this $150,000 run would have easily been $3 million. Reason number 3, I put millions of my own money where my mouth is. Here's where I stand far apart from the typical touts out to make money from selling picks. I made my millions not from selling my picks, but from betting on my picks. To this day, I continue to go out and bet up to millions of dollars each month on my own picks. While other typical touts spend much of their time sitting back and telling you that they can win, I actually go out and bet hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own money every week on my picks to show you that I actually win. I stand to lose millions of dollars if I don't win and I don't help you win. Reason number 4, frankly, I don't need your money. Let's face it. If I can afford to bet hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars each month, then I don't need your money to survive or to live a prosperous life. I'm doing this because I truly want to help you share in this success. I'm not in this business for the same reason that other typical touts are in business for. This is important to consider because when someone relies on selling picks to make money, then he or she may not be completely honest with you. That's why you need to be careful about touts. They rely on selling picks to make money, so they may say whatever it takes to get you to hand over your wallet. I obviously don't need your money, and I have no reason at all to be anything but 100% honest with you. Reason number 5, your purchase is fully covered by a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if for any reason you're not happy or you're not winning, then just simply ask for your money back. You have no risks to take with this purchase, so what's there to lose to give this premium membership a try today and see for yourself what it's like to learn from and tail one of the most successful sports bettors ever. So there you have it. I encourage you to finally take your first step forward right now toward what could become a path that changes your financial life forever. If you don't, then there's a good chance you're going to look back a few months or a year from now and wonder what could have been had you just given my program a risk-free 60-day test drive to see what kinds of results one of the biggest and winningest professional sports bettors ever can deliver to you. I'd hate to see you sit on the sidelines as I go on one of my monster hot streaks or multiple monster hot streaks. So make sure that you click on the button below to get started.